Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Thunder Valley, and you got to yell the name because it's all capital letters. Let's go. And this is a racetrack, so your average stock pickup truck doesn't fit in here. So we're going to swap it out for the drag version of the Barstow, which sounds kind of weird for a regular racetrack. It's like it has corners. Why would you bring a drag car here? Because we're not going to be doing the racetrack itself immediately. Instead, we're going to be doing something else where this car really excels. But first, we got to get there. And of course, whenever you try to drive this thing around corners, it is a sketchy experience all the time. Like right here, I'm starting to slide left, slide right, just gotta keep it straight. I could cut through the dirt right there, and I will just a little bit because the turning radius is so bad, but I could have really cut it if I wanted to. And here, we're gonna just floor it, kind of coast until we get over that bump, and then go again, flooring it. Gonna reach about 140 miles per hour, and then we're gonna fly in the air with this huge ramp. And are we gonna land on the bridge, or are we gonna go to the right of it? Looks like we're gonna just tap the bridge, and then we're gonna go to the right of it, smashing the roof of the car. But we got a roll cage, so the roof holds up a little bit. It was definitely flattened from that impact. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bring this thing all the way back to where we started this jump from, because I want to do it a couple more times with a few different vehicles. So that's gonna be all the way to about right here. And now we need a car that's fast, but doesn't have a roll cage. So I'm going to go with the Savetta Bolide 390 GTR Group 4, which is not as fast as the drag version of the Barstow because very few cars are. But I think we'll be able to get to about maybe 90 or 100 miles per hour before we start to lose speed. So we're up to 60 right there. Don't have to let up on the gas because we're not going fast enough on that bump. And we got to about 95, 96, and we're going to go up the ramp. And this time we're actually going to land pretty much right in the middle of the bridge. This is going to look interesting. I'm going to slow this one down because this is going to be a cool impact, I think, right here. There we go. Got that slow-mo. The car looked really happy right there. I don't know why. Just the way it deformed, it looked like it was smiling. Like, it still looks like it's smiling, just a little bit less than before. And we'll speed it up to get it to the bottom. Maybe actually put a little bit of slow-mo because it's still a decent impact to watch. Ooh, camera's spazzing out on me. Well, camera, what are you doing? All right, we're taking the camera off of this thing because I don't know what the camera's doing right there. And there you go. That's what happens when you take the car through the ramp. Can it accelerate at all? Oh my goodness, it actually can. It can drag itself along at 5 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour. I'm actually super impressed that not only can it drag itself along, but I somehow have steering. Like, what's actually steering these wheels? Because it seems like nothing's connected almost. That's amazing. All right, we'll bring this back and we'll do one more run. This time, we're going to do something completely different. We're going to use something slow. We're going to use just like a normal Grand Marshal. Okay, we'll get the V8 Sport. It's still slow compared to these last two cars. Like, I would expect it to be about 70, 80 miles per hour when we get to the jump. The other one's basically 100 or more. So right here, we're about 55 and 65. Come on, 70. All right, so we're in the 78 range, and now we're going to go up and... Are we going to even hit the bridge? We're going so slow, I don't think we're going to make to the bridge. Nope, we're going to slam right into the ground. We'll get a little bit of slow-mo here for that face plant into the ground. I like how that was basically just a crash into a wall in terms of what actually happened there. And ooh, is it going to stay? No, I thought it might stay for a second. And this thing is completely dead, so let's just go ahead and reset it. Let's go ahead and go to the actual racetrack now. And to do that, we need a race car. So we're going to keep it simple and go with the racing version of the Hirochi Sunburst, which doesn't really look like a race car because it's so bland, but it has a roll cage and it has decent performance. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, it works as a race car. It just doesn't have fancy racing decals. Now this track is just an oval, and with the ovals, there's actually a lot of variation to them. Some of them have like really steep banked corners like this one. Some of them are more flat. Some have long straightaways. Some have short straightaways. And then it's also like how tight the corner itself is. Like some of them are more oval than others, and some are more circle than others, because you got like real ovals, then you got like tri-ovals, quad ovals, D-ovals. Like there's a lot of variations to ovals that people don't really think about if you just think, NASCAR driving in circles. And the people who really are into NASCAR could say, oh, this track is most similar to blank, or maybe even not one they race on NASCAR, just it's an exact duplicate of another real track. I unfortunately don't know, because me and NASCAR is basically like, oh, they're doing their yearly race in Sonoma. I'm going to watch that, and that's about all I'm going to do. Like, that started with Martin Truex Jr. one, and ever since then, like, yep, he's my favorite racer now. It doesn't hurt that I like his Denver mattress car. Like, something about the way it looks is like, man, that's a nice looking race car to me. Anyways, let's see what happens when we go, oh no, right tire pop out, flying into the air, and ooh, almost into the stands. Like, those people in the front row, they're getting whacked in the face with a bumper. You know, I bet we could actually fly into the stands if we really tried to. I kind of want to try to do that now. So let's go ahead and bring this thing back to the road. Got to get it up to speed, and then we're going to try to fly into the stands like a complete lunatic. does take a little bit of time to get up to speed with this thing. It's not like the drag car where it's like, oh, we're up to speed already. It's going to be like do a lap. But these ovals are so steep. It's really nice to kind of just drive on because it's so easy to get up to a high speed even though you're driving on an oval. Like, it's just that huge bank to the corner makes it, you don't have to steer that much and you can keep accelerating. Like, we're powering through that corner 140 miles per hour, no problem. So I see the stands. We're just going to go whoop into the stands. Here we go. Hello, people in the stands. Just barely making it. But the people in the front row, they just got slapped in the face by a car. All right, let's bring this thing back. And you know what? I think we could actually use a drag car here because you don't need that much steering to go around these bent corners, but you got to be on the road before you respawn the car. There we go. So let's go ahead and spawn up the drag version of the Bruckle Moonhawk, and we're just going to get in the default orange because I've never changed the color of the drag cars for some reason. I don't know. Just I'm perfectly fine with the colors of the stock drag cars, I guess. And anyways, we're going to just floor it and see what happens as we try to go around these corners. So we're going at about 150 miles per hour, really tiny skinny wheels in the front, but we're actually able to go around that corner perfectly fine. You're getting a little up high on the corner. Don't want to accidentally hit the wall. And at this point, the car is already falling apart because this car lives its life a quarter mile at a time. And you start to drive it more than that and it just overheats and dies. So let's just go ahead and pop into the wall and see if we can fly a little bit. Oh, we're going to fall right in front of the stands. And there you go. It's like everybody can come and pet the race car now. Let's bring this back and then go ahead and swap it out for something that won't overheat, hopefully. We're going to go with the Demon version of the 200BX, which has a pretty good top speed. And as far as I know, it doesn't have really big overheating problems. So try to get this thing up to speed, and you'd have to be a little bit careful with that initial acceleration, though. The back end was starting to kick out because I was flooring it. Had to just, you know, feather the throttle, and once we were at about 70 miles per hour, so we could just floor it. So we're going about 140 through here. We're going to just stay right in the middle of the bank of the corner to try to keep it on the road nice and easy. Make sure I'm keeping it in control as well. There we go. So we're going about 150. That's a good speed. And the car is getting hot, but it's not overheating. Had to slow down just a little bit because I got scared that I was going to fly off the bank of the corner. But this is working great here. It's actually doing very well. Unfortunately, it is starting to overheat. So let's just go ahead and keep on flooring it for as long as we possibly can because it's just cooling and overheating. Now piston rings are damaged, so the acceleration is suffering. So let's just bash into that wall. And it did not fly up that wall because we hit it at a bad angle. And drive shaft's broken, so this car's not going to do anything else at this point. It is dead, but the amount of damage to the car isn't as bad as I expected. Like, I expected some pretty harsh deformation where the driver is, but that roll cage really held up well. That front corner, on the other hand, that part of the car just basically disappeared. So we'll try this one more time, and this time we're going to... There's the smoke from my last crash. But this time we're going to just slam into the wall once we're up to 150 miles per hour or so. I'm going to floor it the whole way, basically. Like, I was even flooring it right there, and I managed to keep it straight, which is surprising to me. Usually that would mean I would slide out of control. So up to about 150. And let's see, can it stay on the road without falling off if we just floor it the whole way and never let up? Uh-oh, we're going to hit that wall. It understeered on me. Ha! It's rolling all over the place, though. Alright, so it didn't actually fly up the wall, but it did answer a question. What would happen if I just floored it the whole way? That rear wheel is done for, so we'll reset this, and we'll go with one more different car here. And we'll try again the 390 GTR version of the BeamNG, because this is another car that would make sense here. And it's also a decently high speed, and maybe this one will have overheating problems? I don't know for sure. Like, we'll find out if it does or not. I don't think it will. Like, the Demon I wasn't sure about, and then it overheated. This one, I think it's going to be good. So far, it's doing great for temperature, but we're only up to 130 miles per hour. The other ones were going like 150 before they started overheating. Can this one get up to those speeds here? Let's see here. The way I said here sounded awkward. I feel like I gotta just lay it up on the gas just a little bit to keep this thing on the road properly, because you start to have that understeer, and when that happens, you just gotta make sure you get your car lined up properly, otherwise you'll slide right into the wall like I did earlier. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be going much faster than the 130 range, so let's just fly into that corner right here. And, oh, we're going up in the stands. Woo! That is the chopper with the car. People in those stands are not going to have a happy day. Pretty bad damage there. Surprisingly, the rear wheel will actually still rotate. Yeah. I don't know how I managed that. That's impressive. I'll bring it back, and I'm just going to look through these cars. Anything else that might be fun? Well, what if we got a hopper, which was an off-road vehicle, and we really tried to climb up on that wall as we went around the corner, like rode the side of the wall type of thing. And not fly into the stands, I mean. I just mean you kind of hold the side of the wall and then land back on the road. I grabbed the hopper just because all this ground clearance, and this car really likes to go up on its side because it's so top heavy. It might work. It looks like it's gonna tip over just on the bank of the corner, doesn't it? I don't know. The car is just so tall and top heavy. It looks awkward in this place. It looks so awkward. Alright, so all I want to do is just kind of go up on the corner a little bit, ride it, and come back down. So like, ride it, and perfect! I didn't ride it for as long as I was hoping because the suspension bounced me off, but that's exactly what I wanted to do. Ooh, that looks like... Was it just me, or did that look really unsmooth? Like, you don't want to try to ride that corner, do you? Yeah, it has a little bit of a bump in it right there. Okay. I mean, you're not supposed to be riding corners anyway, so it really doesn't matter, I guess. Alright, so we're going to try to go up on this corner nice and easy, just nice and easy. There we go. Yes! I can't quite hold it because it's not fast enough, it feels like, to hold it on the wall, but it's doing a great job of getting up on the wall and then getting back on its wheels every time. Like, it's actually working great for just doing that, where it's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, non-stop. I trust this thing. When it's up on the wall, I trust that it'll be back on its wheels somehow. Well, okay. Wait, back on its wheels somehow. Some damage, but it's okay. It has an off-road suspension. It could take a beating like that. I kind of wish this thing had a couple more 100 horsepower, and it would be amazing here. Also, we're not overheating at all, which is impressive, I think. So when you're done racing here, you can go ahead and make your way into the pits. And I think in NASCAR, the pit road speed is 40 miles per hour, or at least it is at Sonoma. I mean, the other tracks might be different for all I know, but I'm pretty sure at Sonoma, it's 40 miles per hour is the speed for pit road. I don't know, for some reason, just ovals to me are more interesting to watch as like a highlight reel, and then I will fully watch a race on either Sonoma or Watkins Glen when NASCAR goes to those ones. I've always watched Sonoma for the past few years, but Watkins Glen I've missed a couple. I think those are the only road courses that NASCAR actually does. It's kind of sad to me because I love the road courses. It's like, well, why are you watching NASCAR then? Just watch a race series that has corners like Formula 1. Yeah, but I grew up on NASCAR, so like I recognize a lot of the names in NASCAR still. Yeah, it's not exactly the same name, but there's some serious nepotism going on in NASCAR or something because it's like, oh, it's his son or something, it seems like all the time. Anyways, let's try to do something cool. We're going to skip across the water and not make it to the other side. We're going to fall into the water instead and drown the car. Okay, let's bring this thing back up to the road and then we'll explore the infield a little bit. For exploring the infield, we can go ahead and swap the car too. We'll get a Bruckle Legrand, and we're just going to get the regular version. Seems like a good American car to drive around an oval racetrack, which might be an American thing mostly. Like, do they have ovals in other countries as much as they do in America? That is a good question. Anyways, over here we have some tents, and it looks like you could drive in them, but you can't. They're invisible-walled off. I just bounced off the wall right there. But there's a road in between them that you can kind of drive on. Will this car fit through here good enough? Yeah, it will. It doesn't actually fit on the road too well, but it'll fit through. Then we got a long bridge right here. We can get up to like highway speeds on this thing. And then on the other side, we have the exact same thing pretty much. There's also a barrier we can smack into like so. And that'll do it for this video. That's about everything there is on this map. So until next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.